Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Early screening and intervention can make a lifetime of difference and unlock a world of possibilities. Take the first step at autismspeaks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Are you looking for more opportunity? The Literacy Center is here to help. We have free year-round classes in English, computer literacy, and high school equivalency. With the help of teachers and tutors, you can prepare for your citizenship test, make a resume, get ready for college, or learn how to speak better English. Classes held during the day, evening, or on Saturdays. View our website, theliteracycenter.com, or call 508-226-3603. The Literacy Center, building a better community.
Good afternoon and welcome to this special WARA and AACS 15 sports presentation of girls high school softball as the Attleboro Lady Blue Bombardiers get set to take on the undefeated King Philip Lady Warriors. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Air Supply Callahan. Great to see you, Kevin.
Great seeing you too, Paul. Air Supply, huh?
Yeah. One of the two guys in Air Supply, it's his birthday today. It made me think of you.
I hope the guy with the curly hair and the high voice.
You would know better than I would.
That's all I know.
Again, when Kevin started dating his lovely Christine, the arrangement was simple. He got to listen to sports radio in the car as long as he went to Air Supply concerts with Christine. Who won that deal?
It was during the courting phase where you had to be on your best behavior. So, yeah, I'll go to Air Supply.
That makes a lot more sense. Anyway, King Philip undefeated. Attleboro comes in with a record of 7-3. 3-3 in the Kelly Rex division. KP is undefeated. Taunton is undefeated. Those two undefeated programs will be playing, I believe, later this week, as each team has 4 regular season games left.
Yeah, that should be a great matchup. And if you're rooting for Attleboro, your hope right now is that maybe King Philip is looking beyond Attleboro this week, where they have them this week, and looking ahead to Taunton next week.
You mean the way Attleboro looked ahead of Mansfield in their second matchup, the 7-1 loss?
Yeah, after the 24 hits and 19 runs, and yeah, there was a little reality check the next day. Now, they stand at 7-3 now instead of 8-2. They did have a nice bounce-back victory against Oliver Ames the next day as well, though. So.
Which was an 11-0 victory. For KP, they lead the league with 128 runs in 12 games. As a former theater major, even I can tell you that's 12.8 runs. And they've allowed only 24 runs all season. You mentioned Taunton earlier. Taunton's only allowed 2 runs all season. Both of those scored by
Attleboro High in a 4-2 Taunton victory. Attleboro lost 4-2. Attleboro has only 2 runs against Taunton all year long, which is incredible.
Attleboro has scored 80 runs on the season. Lindsay Perry will be pitching today for the Bombardiers.
Yeah, Lindsay Perry, she comes into the game with a 4-1 record on the hill. She will feature a fastball, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are my mentor, I guess.
I know. Leave the mistakes to me, Kevin.
A fastball, a changeup.
Okay.
And she also has a drop curveball. So I'll be interested to see that, if she can keep King Philip and their high averages off the bases today.
Wow.
Looking at some of the averages for King Philip, they feature a very young and
Yes.
very potent lineup, led by sophomore Charlotte Raymond, who, according to HawkSports.com, she is hitting .714
Yeah.
with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs, only 24 for 35.
Wow. KP is coached by Kate Fallon Como. She was a star at Mansfield and then went on to play her college ball. Where did she play her college ball? I used to know. I had it written down. Oh, rats.
In college.
Hold on here, for crying out loud. Ah, rats.
Campuses across America.
Yes, yes. But she was a pitcher and catcher in college. She was also a coach in the Franklin, for the Franklin team for many, many years. That's where I met her. It's her first year here at Mansfield.
King Philip.
King Philip, excuse me. Bing, 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 bing. There it is. At least they both wear green. For Mansfield, for King Philip today, Emma Sheehan, a junior, will start on the mound. She will not be in the batting order. She's in the 10th spot in the batting order. For the Bombardiers, it'll be Lindsay Perry.
Yeah, Junior, we mentioned Perry coming in with a 4-1 record on the year. Emma Sheehan comes in with a 5-0 record.
Wow.
Obviously undefeated.
Yes.
With a 1.24 ERA, 34 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts against just 9 walks.
Wow.
And it looks like she's been splitting time with freshman Jordan Bennett,
Yep.
who is also 5-0 in the year with a 1.5 ERA. She has pitched 28 innings. So I guess near as I can tell, those are the two main, it combines for 10-0. So those are the two main pitchers. So I wonder if Jordan Bennett would be your first reliever in a situation like this.
We'll see. The game was scheduled for 3:30, but it's already 3:35. Obviously, we're going to be starting late. Attleboro's just finishing up their infield, outfield. I think KP has to take it next. For KP, I'm a little disappointed. Not as disappointed as Lindsay Perry, but Lindsay Perry, their junior shortstop, who had
No, Libby Walsh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. I was looking at the wrong. She's with Attleboro. Libby Walsh, the sophomore starting shortstop for King Philip. She was hitting .438 on the season with 2 home runs and leading the team with 19 RBIs. Hurt her knee in their victory against Milford 2 games ago on the top of the first inning. So she missed the rest of that game, missed the 10-1 victory over Stoughton, and will miss this game as well. And according to Coach Como, the exact diagnosis hasn't even been rendered yet, so we don't know if
they're
that's
still doing some tests, like MRIs.
exactly.
And things like
So
that.
we don't even know if that's a minor injury, we hope, or a very serious injury. But it's a shame. It's of course the worst news for Libby Walsh and her family. But gosh darn it, I wanted to watch the kid play.
Oh yeah, no, you see these numbers popping up, and you want to see just how good these athletes are.
Yeah.
And then and it's almost becoming cliche now, but with everything that's gone on in the last 14 to 15 months for these kids to be playing
Yes.
for the first time for their team, for their school colors, not just their club team or their town team, but they're actually playing for their high school team.
Yep.
And to get hurt and to miss any appreciable time.
Yeah.
It's devastating. Yes, she's got 2 more years of high school, but so good hitting like you said, .438, 2 home runs, 19 RBIs, and I'm assuming, playing shortstop.
Yeah.
Not the easiest position in the world to play either.
Yes, exactly. So because of that injury, Jordan Bennett will be playing second base. She's just a freshman, and her sister, Mia Bennett, the junior, has moved over to shortstop. Mia's only hitting .441 with 1 home run and 13 RBIs. Frankly, she should be embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, how's she go home at night? So you have sisters playing up the middle, and Attleboro features sometimes twin sisters playing up the middle. However, one of them is pitching today, so they will not see that.
Yeah, Haley Perry will be at shortstop. Lindsay Perry will be pitching. We'll give you the defensive lineup. Laura Wharton will be catching. Where's she heading for college?
She is going to MCLA, Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. You used to call it
North Adams State College.
Back in 1930.
All right. That was the late 70s. Getting the start at third base today is the freshman Kayla Goldrick. We told you Haley Perry, the junior's at shortstop. Sophomore Sarah Marr is at second base today, and Meg Gordon, the junior, is at first base. Boy, the entire infield and the pitcher, Lindsay Perry, all members of the basketball team as well. And then
the multiple sport athletes, you love it, I love it. It translates to other sports. You're not seeing the specialization as much. You got leaders of different sports that want you to specialize.
They're the ones who are wrong.
They're the ones that are wrong, in my opinion, in your opinion. So if both of our opinions are the same, it must be the right opinion. But you see these multiple sport athletes, and you want to specialize in college.
Right.
But in high school, if you can play more than one, Jason Ware was the old three sport athlete. He was going to come back and play some baseball.
Yep.
His senior year, football, basketball, loved to see the multiple sport athletes.
Yeah. Gabby Bosch for Attleboro. She's starting in left field. Starter in 3 varsity sports.
3 varsity sports. I think William Rooney, 3 varsity sports.
Right.
With track, and Michael Strachan playing lacrosse, and he may have even done some track as well. I'm not sure, but at least 2 sports for him.
If I get a Michael Strachan story for you. But anyway, let's finish out Attleboro's defense. The defense left to right in the outfield. Bosch in left. The freshman Camacho in center. She jammed a finger sliding head first into first base, which caused Coach Homer to shake his head and say, don't do that unless you're avoiding the tag. Banged up a little bit, but she'll be in the starting lineup. And in right field is Brenna Morse. For KP, their defensive lineup Cullen will be catching. Sheehan, as Kevin told you, is the pitcher. Paschke at third base. Mia Bennett at shortstop. Jordan Bennett at second. The outfield left to right, Sherwood, Burdos, and Raymond. Their center fielder, Burdos, not so bad. She's heading to Endicott College to play college softball. Too bad it's such an ugly campus up there in the North Shore.
My son's girlfriend going for nursing up at Endicott, loves it up there.
Your son has a girlfriend?
Timmy does.
That's the bigger news, folks.
Yes, for quite a while now, actually. So yeah,
Really?
Yeah, a couple of years.
And she hasn't smartened up yet.
Not yet, but we're waiting.
Okay.
We're waiting for it.
Well,
right now we're still smiling and saying, wow, okay.
KP has to go through their entire drill, so I'm going to have time to tell this. I know you're here to listen to girls softball, but last Friday, the Attleboro boys lacrosse team had their biggest win in the history of the program. Mike Strachan Jr., son of the football coach, 4-year starter in football, all-time leader in tackles for the Attleboro football program, which has been played for more than a century, so that's pretty impressive. He's also one of the captains in lacrosse. He plays attack. And this is leadership. Attleboro's losing to Mansfield, a team they have never beaten in lacrosse, 6-1. 9 minutes to go in the game. They've whittled it down to a 9-6 lead. They score the next 3 goals in regulation, Strachan getting the 8th and 9th to make it 9-9. The last 4 minutes of regulation are scoreless. They go into overtime. The goaltenders were ridiculous for the two teams. DiGirolamo for Mansfield had somewhere in the area of 14 or 15 saves. Freshman Harry Wheaton for Attleboro had 22 saves. Each of them had 4 saves in overtime. 22 saves in one lacrosse game is illegal in 17 states. So anyway, we're 4 minutes into overtime. Attleboro turns the ball over. Mansfield's behind their net. They pass behind the net across field, and Mike Strachan puts pressure on the Mansfield defender, comes in contact with him just as he's trying to pass the ball. That leads to a Keegan Conley steal. The net is wide open, and he fires it in for the win. The Attleboro players go crazy. Their first ever win over Mansfield. The Mansfield players flop on the ground in horror. They are so brokenhearted. Attleboro players start piling on top of Keegan Conley. Mike Strachan Jr. comes over and starts pulling people off the pile with basically act like you've been there before. We didn't win the state title. We just won a regular season game. Our opponents are heartbroken. Show some class. And he breaks up this pile on top of Keenan Kiley, pulling people off, and then leads them into the first handshake line of the year. Now the pandemic protocols are over. I saw that. I called his father and said, I've always been impressed with your son, Michael Jr. I have never been more impressed than with the sportsmanship he showed in that moment.
Oh, that's a great story. No, it's you can't fight the exuberance of the moment.
Yes.
But you also, but it's got to be in that situation. I agree with Michael that it's, it could be short-lived.
Yep.
I wasn't aware that they were doing handshake lines now.
They just started.
I've been part of a couple of youth games since, and we're still doing the lineup and wave to the other team.
Okay.
So I wasn't aware of the handshake lines in high school yet. And then go through the handshake line and then go back to the locker room and celebrate as a team.
Right.
And then have the exuberance, the pat on the backs, and the everything that goes with it, because the emotions will still be there.
Right.
And then start. Okay, boys, back to work tomorrow.
But, in a moment that emotional, to be thinking of not only your team's joy but also the other team's heartbreak. That just, as I said to Mike Strachan Sr., his father, obviously Mike got that kind of sportsmanship from his mother.
Exactly.
Who was a great high school soccer player. All right, we're going to take a break as KP is still taking their warm-ups. Again, KP coming into the game 10-0, undefeated, 128 runs scored, only 24 allowed. The Bombardiers 7-3 overall, 80 runs scored, just 34 allowed. We'll be right back on 1320 WAR. Nail the dramatic pause.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to 1320 WARA. KP still doing their infield at 3:47. Game was scheduled to start at 3:30. Kevin, you noted KP, their uniforms similar to the 1970s Oakland A's road unis.
Yes, very similar, and they play like the mid-70s, early 70s Oakland A's, I should say. They are very, very good. I wonder if it's the yellow ribbons in there.
Yes.
The gold ribbons in there here that bring out the best in them.
But this has been a very impressive infield-outfield drill for them. Also, none of the girls have the 1970s era Raleigh Fingers handlebar mustache.
None of them do.
Yes. Ow, what'd you kick me for? But no,
every joke I wanted to make off of that, I'm like, I better not say anything right now. These people don't know me that are listening. And,
but again, as impressive as the infield-outfield drill has been for King Philip, so snappy, it's without their starting shortstop and leading RBI player, the sophomore Libby Walsh.
But what is really impressive, if you look on, I feel like I'm walking advertiser for hawksports.com. That's where I got today's stats. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players mentioned. And just listen to this. Sophomore, freshman, junior, sophomore, junior. I mean, they are a lot like, Taunton, Mansfield. They're young. And they're good. And they feature tremendous players all making their high school debut this year, and they just rush out to a 10-0 lead, and not just a Baskin and KP. Attleboro's got some good young players too.
Exactly,
you look at Goldrick, you look at Camacho, you look at Eby. There's some freshmen and sophomores playing their first time varsity high school, and they're coming out of the chutes and they're doing well. It is amazing just the young talent and how productive the young players are at this level. It's great to see. The Hockomock League's going to be strong for a number of years to come.
Yes, Taunton and KP both in the Boston Globe's top 20 for Eastern Mass
Is
programs.
KP still number 2? Did you know?
Last I saw it,
heard.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. And where was KP? Do you remember? Are they top 10?
Taunton was number 2. KP was, I think, 13 or
13 or
14, which
14.
I think, frankly, is a bit low.
Yeah, we've talked about this in other sports, basketball and baseball, and just how good the Hockomock League is. We've touched on it in football as well, and I put this league up against any league in Massachusetts.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. The depth, there's no easy outs. Occasionally you'll have one team that might be down for a year.
Yeah.
But overall, top to bottom, there are no easy outs in this league. And that's what we said with if you're Attleboro, you're hoping that KP maybe looks past Attleboro and ahead to Taunton.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I'll do that before the game. Yes,
We're just going over some pregame notes, folks, for those of you wondering what's going on the radio.
This is all for the radio broadcast before the TV portion, even though we already are live streaming for Dave to edit later.
We're doing some good sign language here for the radio people that can't see that.
And by the way, we did curse KP's infield-outfield drill after we said how sharp they looked. There was a bobble in center field and at second base.
Yeah, but that was just a diving catch.
By the same second baseman.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So they're finishing up strong.
And that's Jordan Bennett, who does not look like a freshman. Wow. Yeah, KP.
That's the thing. I'm sorry, really quick. They're all the same. There's one taller girl, but they're all the same size. It's not like, wow, look at that. Look at that girl. She's going to hit one, 400 feet. No, they're all the same size. They all hit with power and average. It's going to be an interesting game.
All right. So Mark Holmer, the head coach for the Bombardiers. I guess we should say hello now to Greg and Brianna, his loving children, who are listening somewhere across the country. And good news, we're all proud of Greg because Greg is hanging on and still listening, even though he did learn over these airwaves that his father, Mark, does favor Brianna.
Yes. Well, the truth hurts.
Yes, well, exactly. I would say it took you this long to figure that out.
Yeah, you got to own it and you got to move on.
Coaches are meeting for ground rules, and the first 2 games here, this is a brand new turf field off of Drummond Street in Attleboro, and boy, is it taking them forever to go over the ground rules. Also, the 1-game experiment with the temporary outfield fences has ended. They couldn't figure out a weighting system. The wind was blowing it over, and they decided for safety reasons to heck with it for this year. We'll work on it for next season.
And for the outfielders, I would say, uh-oh.
Yeah, for Attleboro.
Because it is a safety. Even both. It's you hit that, it hits the turf. It's going to roll.
Yeah.
And it's they had the fences set up 190 down the line to 200, and now it is going to. We saw several home runs with the Taunton game. One of which we think would have gone over the fence for sure, but the other 3
were gappers.
Were gappers that rolled, and the outfielders are going to have to play deeper and take an angle and maybe even not lay out for a ball.
All right.
And let it go for a single instead of a home run.
All right, let's bring our TV side into this. Hello and welcome to AACS 15 Sports as we get ready for girls high school softball. The Attleboro Lady Blue Bombardiers with a record of 7-3, 3-3 in the Kelly Rex division of the Hockomock League take on the undefeated King Philip Lady Warriors. They come in with a record of 10-0, 6-0 in the Kelly Rex division. They've allowed 128 runs on the season. Excuse me, they've scored 128 runs on the season, allowed only 24. Attleboro has scored 80 and allowed only 34. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Peter Bray will be running our graphics. Dave Angel is part of the crew, and Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Mr. Callahan, let's see you earn some money as your color commentator. What should we look for today? And don't say softball.
Well, back to you, Paul, and that's about all I got. No, it's what we should be looking for is going to be a well-pitched game. As you mentioned, King Philip has only given up 2.5 runs a game. Attleboro's only given up 3.5 runs a game.
Wow.
Both have played 10 games. So look for a well-pitched game. Strong defensive play by both teams. You're not seeing 1,000 strikeouts. You're not going to see a 7-inning game. You're not going to see an 18 strikeout performance in theory. And then Attleboro's going to have to be careful with King Philip's roster. They feature sophomore Charlotte Raymond hitting .714 on the year, 24 for 35, followed closely by sophomore Sarah Cullen, who's hitting .607, and freshman Maddie Paschke hitting .500. Each of those 3 feature 2 home runs each. Junior Meg Sherwood also has 2 home runs. They are missing, though, sophomore Libby Walsh, who has 2 home runs and 19 RBIs.
Yeah, 19 RBIs led the team. Also, the starting shortstop, she injured her knee in the top of the first inning 2 games ago, which was a 17-1 victory. Oh, where is it here? Here we go. A 17-3 victory over Milford on May 25th.
Yeah, it's a big loss, but King Philip's young, and I think they'll be able to overcome that loss. But not to disparage Attleboro. Lindsay Perry, starting pitcher, has at least 14 hits on the year. She's hitting over 400 with 2 home runs. Her twin sister Haley Perry hitting over 400 as well with a home run. Laura Whiten has a home run this year as well. Riley Camacho with a home run and a triple. Both of those are hitting over 300 this year. Gabby Bosch hitting over 300 this year. So you have some players out there that can hit. For Attleboro, they're going to have to put pressure on the King Philip defense, stay out of the double play. It looked like King Philip, just looking at their IO, infield, outfield, looks like they could turn a double play pretty quickly. And
then Gabby Bosch, early in the season, she was in that flex spot a lot where she was in the field but not hitting. Well, she showed Coach Homer something. She's now got the average over 300. She'll be in the lineup today.
Look, I'm a senior. I'm a 3-to-1 athlete, and I'm going to hit 300. Put me out there. I don't think she approached it just that way.
King Philip has 2 pitchers. One is freshman Jordan Bennett. Jordan Bennett will be starting at second base today. Her record is 5-0 with a 1.50 ERA. But the starter today will be junior Emma Sheehan. Kevin, what do you know about Emma?
5-0 as well, just like Jordan Bennett. 1.24 ERA, 34 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts. So averaging about 6 strikeouts a game, 9 walks. So she'll be looking to work the count with Sheehan, and Attleboro should be able to get 2 or 3 walks this game as well.
Attleboro heads out in the field. Catching will be Laura Whiten, who's heading out to the Mass College of Liberal Arts in North Adams to hopefully continue her career. Lindsay Perry, the junior, will be a pitcher. They're missing one thing, Kevin. A ball. There we go. At third base will be Ms. Goldrick. Kayla Goldrick, who plays for the basketball team. Lindsay Perry, the pitcher, plays for the basketball team. Haley Perry, the shortstop, a junior, on the basketball team. Sophomore, Ms. Sarah Marr, also on the varsity basketball team. And first baseman Meg Gordon, one of the best players in the Hockomock League on the basketball team, averaging a mere 17 points a game. In the outfield, left to right, Gabriella Bosch. Did we mention she plays on the basketball team? Freshman Riley Camacho is in center field, and Brenna Morse, a senior, in right field. And the player is Marr at second base.
I could be wrong, but I think Camacho plays basketball too.
Wow.
I don't know if she was on varsity this year.
She was not on varsity this year, but wow.
She was on JV. So basically, we just came over from Marty Crawley's basketball team, said, here you go, Mark Homer, here's my team. Good luck. Don't hurt them. Next.
King Philip is getting ready to hit. Paige Burdos, who's heading to Endicott College to continue her career. She'll lead off and play center field. Ava Lanza is the designated player hitting second, who wasn't even on my original beginning of the season roster. Sarah Cullen is the sophomore catcher hitting third. Charlotte Raymond, the sophomore right fielder, is the cleanup batter. Meg Sherwood will be a junior in left field hitting fifth. Mia Bennett, the junior shortstop, hitting sixth. Maddie Paschke, the freshman third baseman, hits seventh. Anna Bradley will be at first base, hitting eighth. Freshman Jordan Bennett at second base, hitting ninth. And the pitcher, Emma Sheehan, a junior, will not be in the starting lineup. Paige Burdos, wide open stance, Kevin.
Yeah, very wide.
A left-handed batter, and she is walking towards home plate when that pitch comes in from Perry. High ball one.
Some good pop on the fastball, out of the strike zone now.
Boy, that is that slash style hitting outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
We mentioned Lindsay Perry will feature a fastball, a changeup, and a drop curve.
Wow.
And she has a 4-1 record to begin the season.
High, 3 balls and no strikes. And again, think of how difficult it is to hit a moving softball with your feet planted. Never mind moving both feet forward in that slashing leg attack. 3-0 with a green light, fouls it off to left. 3-1 is the count, and my eyes are having trouble dealing with this much coordination from Paige Burdos.
You mentioned how difficult it is to hit a softball. There are some science experiments out there to prove that it is actually more difficult to hit a softball than a baseball based on the distance and the speed.
Low, ball 4, so the first batter is on for the KP Warriors. This will bring up Ava Lanza, the designated player, wearing number 33, hitting second base. Another left-handed batter with no resemblance to Larry Bird.
Just a slight.
Turns to bunt. Back to Perry. She'll have to go to first. Ooh. No one covering first. Runners going to third. They've got her caught in a rundown. Making the tag is that Goldrick, number 34?
Yeah, 34, Goldrick made the tag.
So that's one.
Oh, wait, why are they calling her safe? She tagged her out. I think the home plate. Did she leave the field? I'm blocked.
Why?
Coach Homer's not.
Excuse our ignorance. Why isn't she out?
He has obstruction on the sauce.
Thank you. Thank you. Obstruction against the Attleboro shortstop, which a call we can't argue. I didn't see it, but I'm quite sure the base umpire did.
Right.
So runners on first and second.
So a bunt single, and Attleboro was not covering first on the bunt, and there was some obstruction. Now Coach Homer's going to come out and question the call.
Yeah.
I think he just looked up, and I don't know if he heard our call or looked up and saw the runner had not vacated second base. Obstruction at second base is the call, so that goes as a bunt single.
Yeah.
And the runner just goes to second. No error on the play because she was just returned back to the base. She was tagged out by Goldrick. Coach Homer puts up a small battle, but as with 100% of the cases, we'll lose lose the battle. So we got first and second. Nobody out for number 3 hitter Sarah Cullen, the sophomore catcher, who comes into the game hitting. 607. They work fast in this game. Was that a strike or a ball?
Call that a ball outside.
I thought it was a strike. Okay.
Yeah. Left on third left-handed batter in a row.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
This is hit high to center field. Camacho is underneath it, makes the catch. No one will tag in advance. 1 out, 2 on, no score. Top of the first. Got a bit under that, Kevin.
A little bit under, and I couldn't see. I'm actually blocked up the middle.
Yeah.
It was Camacho playing deep, or was she playing shallow, and she just made a real good run at it, because I'm nervous if she's playing that shallow with no fence behind her.
That's a good point. This brings up the first right-handed batter, cleanup hitter Charlotte Raymond. Called strike on the inside corner. Charlotte hitting .714, 2 homers, 14 runs knocked in.
Yeah, you wonder how she made it out.
Yeah. Might have to move this table to the right, huh? Just misses, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, we can look into that. Maybe in between.
Yeah.
So 1-1 the count to the 4 hitter. First and second, nobody out. Just underway.
Fouled into the screen to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Charlotte Raymond, the sophomore right fielder.
Nice pitch by Perry. Look at that fastball up and in, and kind of jammed her, forced her into a foul ball situation there.
Swing and a miss. Little break at the end of that. 2 outs now as the first strikeout of the game for Lindsey Perry.
So huge out there. Now with 2 outs, forcing any base still.
The obstruction on the Attleboro shortstop, Haley Perry, against the runner, Paige Berdos. Does that go as an error?
I'm not.
Shot foul down the left field line by number 16, Meg Sherwood, the junior left fielder who got all of that, 0-1.
If they awarded her third, I would have said yes.
You're right.
But they awarded her second, which she clearly got.
Yeah.
Why they didn't get third, I'm not sure. Once there's obstruction, they should have awarded her third because the obstruction prevented her from going to third. But
well, I think breaking ball just misses low, 1-1. If the obstruction was while the runner was heading back towards second base in the pickle.
Oh, I thought it was the original taking the turn towards third. Again, I was kind of blocked by the whole thing.
We'll move the table to the right after this. Swing and a miss on a slider-like breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, 1-2.
That might be that drop curve that I've been hearing so much about. This would be a tremendous situation for Perry to get out of this.
Popped up, short. The second baseman is back. Marr makes the catch, and Attleboro, after near disaster, Lindsey Perry comes back to record 3 straight outs. A pop to center, a strikeout, and a pop to second base. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on, no score after 1/2 inning.
Tremendous comeback inning for Attleboro, just what they needed to get this game rolling, possibly in their direction.
We'll be right back.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
All right, welcome back, Attleboro. Their first at-bat here in the bottom of the first. They'll send up Haley Perry, the starting shortstop today.
Haley hitting over 400 on the year with a home run.
First pitch is a breaking ball from Sheehan. It's outside, ball 1.
Looked to be a fastball up and away. Are you able to see a little bit better, you think?
Well, I'm more concerned about you. You couldn't see it all. Ooh, just missing inside.
Neither pitcher getting the inside strike to start the game. I can see better. Yeah, I could not see it all. I was blocked by everybody. Yeah. Only on plays up the middle.
Yeah, really. Sheehan, a right-handed pitcher. Foul tip into the mask of the catcher, Cullen. She's Irish. It has no effect on her. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Interesting aggressiveness at the plate.
You're going to let me get away with that?
I'll hit you later. Okay. Berto swinging at 3-0. Perry swinging at 2-0 to start the game for both teams.
Low outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I'll smack you around when you're least expecting it. It'll be funnier that way.
Guarding the line at third base is Paschke. Ooh, swings and misses at a ball way out of the strike zone high. Strike 3.
I saw the pitcher Sheehan practicing her rise ball before the game. I've learned, I'm starting to learn a few things about softball as we go. And I saw her practicing it, so I'd have to say on a ball like that, it's probably a rise ball. And just going up, it was high.
Yeah.
Tough to lay off the high heat.
This brings up Lindsay Perry. She's pitching today, also a junior. Called strike, breaking ball outside corner, 0-1.
Lindsay also hitting over 400 on the year with 2 home runs to go along with her 401 pitching record.
Wow. So for Sheehan, 4 consecutive strikes after starting with 2 consecutive pitches out of the zone. Breaking ball, hit up the middle, base hit past the shortstop, Mia Bennett in. And that's a base hit into left center field. 1 out, 1 on for the Bombardiers.
I would look for Attleboro to get aggressive here, maybe test the catcher's arm, see if they can put some people in motion for number 3 hitter Riley Camacho, hitting over 300, has a home run and a triple this year.
Boy,
again with no fence, these balls can roll.
A freshman hitting third. That ball is high, ball 1, and the KP center fielder Bertos playing markedly deeper than the Attleboro center fielder Camacho.
Yeah. And I think that's the way you need to play it. I think you're going to have to back up Camacho as this game goes on.
Throwing down to first. What was the pitch, Kevin?
That was a high swing and strike. A little late on the swing was Camacho. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Diving back to first base was Haley Perry in plenty of time, applying the tag. Bradley.
But by doing that, KP sends a notice out. When we're aggressive throwing, you take chances on us, we'll take chances on you.
Yeah. Again, an Attleboro swinger swinging at a high pitch out of the strike zone, 1-2.
Sure, I'm sure now pitcher Sheehan has learned that Attleboro is going for some high heat. Look her to climb the ladder, go even higher on this pitch on a 1-2.
Breaking ball stays high. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
She went high, but Camacho didn't go for that one.
Yeah. That was more of a breaking ball, though, than that rise ball.
The wind kicks in, but it's a nice warm breeze. Nice day.
Yeah.
Better than the weekend weather.
High and outside. Full count to Riley Camacho. Lindsay Perry on first. 1 out, no score. Bottom of the first.
Coach Ormer giving the signals. I'd like to see Perry in motion on this one. On the 3-2 pitch, and at least test it to see if she can steal.
Low, just missing. Ball 4. Great plate discipline by the freshman, Riley Camacho, after swinging at that initial high fastball. So 2 on, 1 out, no score, and the number 4 batter, Laura Woynton, coming up. Tell us about Lauren.
Laura, well, she's going to MCLA, as we know, and she's hitting over 300 on the air. She has a home run on the season as well, plus she's got a 3-2 record on the mound.
Ball just missing high to the right-handed batter. Woynton on second is Lindsay Perry. First base, Riley Camacho.
Good take by Woynton as she looked a little tempted to go for that high one as well, but they're laying off.
Called strike. Nice pitch inside corner. Seemed to break in on the right-handed hitting Woynton. 1-1.
Almost unhittable.
Yep.
Low and inside, right on the corner. It's probably better that she didn't swing at it.
Yes. Sheehan steps on the rubber. Nice breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So both teams have had chances here with first and second in the first inning. Attleboro just 1 out.
There is a breeze blowing in, or actually first base to third base. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on.
Nice of them to put the flag up about 1,000 feet from us to help us with the wind direction. Seems to be swirling a bit right now. 2-2.
Fouled back right above our field mic. Count remains 2-2. KP, Kelly green jerseys, yellow or gold sleeves, white pants, Kelly green socks, and the golden bows in their hair. Hit down to right field, slicing foul. Can't get there was Raymond. Nice hustle. Count remains 2-2.
Good at bat for Woynton, though. Yes. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Count 2-2. If that had dropped in, that would have scored Perry for sure, and Camacho definitely would have been able to make it the 3rd.
She and the righty against the right-handed batter, Woynton. Fouls that. A tough pitch. That's how to stay alive. Count remains 2-2.
This is one of those very effective at-bats. You're seeing all the pitches, all the locations. It's very educational to the rest of the team. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat. I'm sorry, 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Fouled back into the glove of the catcher. Cullen just turns around in the catcher's box, makes the catch. That's like the old off the wall we used to play as kids.
Or that or some arena football rules.
Okay.
Catching it off the net. Umpire's going to be careful there.
Really, count remains 2-2. Looks at the ball, just misses high, throws down to first, reaching up to grab it as Bradley, as that throw was a bit high. So we got a full count.
And the 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up for senior Laura Woynton, MCLA bound.
Pulled, that's going to be foul. Is it high enough to catch? No, just beyond the third baseman, Paschke, but not deep enough for Sherwood, the left fielder. Count remains 3-2. 87th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
We're going to be here a while. MCLA, so that's out of North Adams. It's cold country out there. Very chilly.
This is hit towards center field, but short. Actually, the second baseman goes back. Jordan Bennett, also a pitcher, makes the catch. So fly out to 4, second base if you're scoring at home. 2 outs, 2 on, no score, bottom of the first. Stepping up is Lauren Eby, sophomore designated player.
Infield fly rule was not called on that pop-up. I noticed. I'm surprised with first and second, just 1 out.
Good point. First ball, fastball low in the zone, slapped into right field, hitting third base and charging for the plate is Perry, and she is out at the plate. What a throw by the right fielder Raymond. It took a perfect throw to get her, and that's what Raymond delivered.
Yeah, I agree with Coach Homer's strategy. Let's be aggressive. Let's see if what make them make a play.
Yes.
And she made the play, throwing out Perry at the plate. Score that one 9-2.
And that was an absolute strike from the right fielder Raymond. You could not ask for a better throw.
Yeah, it was a hard hit ball too, which unfortunately too hard hit for
Yes.
Attleboro because she gave him time to throw her out at the plate.
So you're saying Laura Eby screwed it up by hitting too hard.
Hitting it too hard,
There we
exactly.
go. We'll be back with second inning action. No score right after this in AACS 15 Sports.
The catcher dropped the ball and she held on to the ball.
She held on to the ball.
Okay, let's see.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, squid, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement.
We'll get back to Bristol Glass. How can you tell you're not watching Major League Baseball? The players come out of the dugout and get ready to play. No walk-up music, nothing. Fouled off to the right by Mia Bennett, the junior, filling in at shortstop with a .441 average, 1 homer, 13 ribbies, 0-1.
You get all that in. Perry, Lindsay Perry will be facing the 6-7-8. I think that was a ball.
I missed that. I
missed the
was
pitch.
adjusting the, I know it was low. This umpire's been very good about giving us the count, though, so we'll get it.
We'll go with 1-1 for now. Just to,
Breaking ball, waiting on it, slapping it into left field for a base hit. Bosch fields it on one hop and gets it in. A leadoff single for Mia Bennett, second hit of the game for KP.
Both teams had opportunities to score in the first inning. King Philip with first and second, nobody out, failed to score. Attleboro first and second, 1 out, and he got thrown out at the plate for the third out of the inning.
And Coach Mark Homer for Attleboro saying, know where you're going. Before you get the ball, know what you're going to do with it.
Fun.
Paschke squares to bunt, fielded by the third baseman. Goldrick fires a bullet over to Marr, the second baseman, covering first. Out is recorded, but Mia Bennett moves on to second. What a well-executed play all around.
Well, and you heard Coach Homer say, know where you're going with the ball. That was probably in reaction to the bunt that wasn't covered very well in the first inning. That one was much better covered. 1 out, runner on second for King Philip and the number 8 hitter.
This is Anna Bradley, senior first baseman. Fouls that off to the right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and it lands on the car next to mine.
In the car next to mine.
0-1 is the count to Anna Bradley, who has one fan a little bit upset with her. I'm very disappointed in this dog to my right. It hasn't been watching the game at all. High, just a bit high.
Just
1 ball,
a bit
1 strike.
Hit the bull. 1-1 to the 8 hitter, Anna Bradley.
Boy, that was Paschke who laid down that outstanding bunt, and she's got 2 homers on the year.
And a 500 batting average.
Yes, fouled into the screen. That reminds me of the year in 2005. I was the voice. By the way, 1 and 2 is the count to Anna Bradley. I was the voice of the Worcester Tornadoes of the Can-Am League, and their shortstop was Carlos Pena's brother.
Oh, yes.
You know,
former
the
first baseman
for the Boston Red Sox.
Yep.
And with 2 weeks to go in the season, he led the league. Breaking ball, that's fouled off. Count remains 1 and 2. How's this? With 2 weeks to go in the season, he led the league in extra base hits and sacrifice bunts.
That's incredible.
Think of that. And he was a starting shortstop for the Tornadoes. He ended the season 2 weeks later, second place in both, but still.
That's incredible. You don't see that too often.
Yes.
So he's a power hitter that bunts.
Well, it was
Riser.
Riser fouled off. Count remains 1 and 2. More of a, not a power hitter as much as a line drive gap
right,
hitter.
Gap hitter, right.
Yeah. Mark Homer still has the arm to actually reach the pitcher's mound from the dugout.
Once in a while.
He played high school baseball and hockey at Canton High School.
Good programs there.
Yeah.
Especially the hockey program.
Played 1 year of football, injured his ankle. Breaking ball is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. He wanted to keep playing. Mom wouldn't let him. He was very jealous of his brother, who went on to quarterback a Canton team to a Super Bowl victory.
Nice.
Mark has not forgiven his brother or his mother for those happenings. Breaking ball. What a great job to stay alive by Anna Bradley. Fouls it down to the third baseman, Goldrick. That was a tough pitch.
Yeah, two good pitches in a row by Perry. The previous one on 1-2 is just high, just outside. Great 1-2 pitch. And then they come back with that changeup right there. And great piece of hitting by Bradley just to foul it off, stay alive.
Fastball, what a catch! Megan Gordon at first base, fires to second, but diving back in time was Mia Bennett. Defensive play of the year for Megan Gordon at first base. She ice cream cone that line.
Yeah,
drive.
she went to her left. I'll put it this way: you usually have a left-handed pitcher at first baseman.
Yeah.
If she was left-handed, she wouldn't have caught that. Right-handed with the glove stretched out, ice cream cone, and almost got the double play.
Yes.
Trying to double up Bennett at second base.
Changeup is blasted to left field. Bosch goes back, held up by the wind. Gabby Bosch makes the catch. So Ava Bradley crushes a line drive. Jordan Bennett hits the ball well, the freshman, but both. One a hard out, the other a long out. 1 hit, no runs. 1 runner left on base for KP after an inning and a half. No score.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Well, I went to play a second spot when I heard the catcher Cullen say, ball's in, coming down. So thank you to Ms. Sheehan, the pitcher, and to Cullen, the catcher, for not messing around between innings. You have an update from the boys' baseball game.
Yes, after 2 innings, it is 2-0, King Philip after 2. That's it. Very basic.
Okay.
Coming up for Attleboro will be the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Kayla Goldrick, Megan Gordon, and Brenna Morse. If anybody should get on, number 9 hitter Gabby Bosch will bat. Did I mention my broken ear? Well, Paul, I'm not quite sure where you went or why you took my head with you.
Yeah, tripped over your mic cord. Had to move all the equipment to the right. Ball 1 to Kayla Goldrick, the freshman. Also a hoopster, 1-0.
Gotta warn me when you do that.
Yeah, sorry. Swing and a miss at a kind of a changeup off-speed pitch. It's 1-1. You don't know that attorney Stone down on Rhode Island, right? You won't be calling him about a neck injury.
The heavy hitter, 1-2.
Stewart looks in, gets the sign from Cullen. High, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Nah, I see the car you drive. You're not worth suing.
And also, sitting this close to the home plate umpire, I really ought to wait till he makes the call before I do.
He'll yell at you.
Swing and a miss. Again, there's that breaking ball with kind of a very late break. It's 2-2.
Kind of sitting high. Wonder if he'll come back on. She hasn't really gone low much. Most of her pitches have gone high above the belt.
And if fastball just low, full count.
As if to say, oh yeah, she goes low.
She had something on that one too.
Yeah, she did a little pop on that fastball, just missing inside and low. 3-2 to Kayla Goldrick, the freshman. She's hitting over 300.
Called strike 3 on a pitch in the exact same spot. Strikeout looking.
Actually, you just heard Coach Homer
Remember that pitch. Yeah.
That's the big thing. You'll hear a lot of coaches say, second time through the lineup, you've got to make some adjustments. Remember that. Remember that's a strike. Remember the umpire's zone.
Exactly. Megan Gordon is up. Second strikeout for Sheehan. That's fouled back. It's 0-1 to Megan, the junior tall first baseman who made an outstanding defensive play in the top of this inning. No score, bottom of the second.
Just missing low.
Low and in, 1-1. Mark LaFontaine after that last foul ball. After all of the foul balls.
That one didn't miss by much.
And also he did that without managing to step on your headphone cord and ripping it off your head. High in the zone, good eye by Megan Gordon.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow and go, why is my neck sore? Like,
Healy.
What happened yesterday?
2-1's the count. That ball's lofted towards right field. Settling under it is Raymond. She makes the catch, so she now has one put out and one dynamite assist in this game. 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the second, no score.
Yeah, Raymond didn't really have to move too much. A couple steps to her left, maybe one step in.
Yeah. This brings up Brenna Morris, the senior right fielder, one of the co-captains.
She had a 2-hit game recently.
Fouls that back. 0-1. Our field mic's taking a beating.
It usually does. It's like a magnet, usually. Let's see how good of a coach Homer is right now. He asked for a base hit up the middle.
Yes.
See if she can deliver. Very specific.
Good thinking, coach. Change up, off the glove, fouled back. I turned the field mic up so maybe Greg and Brianna, his loving children, could get a sound of their father's voice.
Maybe they don't want to hear it.
That's true. Of course, if they hear their father's voice say, "I'll give you a reason to cry," that's the dad we know and love. I'm only kidding, folks, not true. Ground ball off the plate, and then she runs into it, and she's out. That's a good call by the home plate umpire. The ball bounced off the plate, and Morse ran into the ball, both feet out of the box. Unfortunately for Attleboro, great call by the home plate umpire.
Call. And how do you score? Does the catcher get to put out on that?
Wow. That's a great question. Catcher never touched the ball.
I know, she was closest, and she's out. Well, I'll give you something to look up.
Huh.
I'll do the interference.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really interference. Well, batter interference,
Yeah.
I guess. Batter
Ran into
interference.
ball.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so no outs, no runs, no hits, nobody left on after 2 complete innings. No score here in Attleboro.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to the campus of, near the campus of the new Attleboro High School. Back to the, how did Jordan Bennett end the inning?
She flew out to left field. Ball.
Oh, that's right.
Ball, leadoff hitter Paige Berdos, the Endicott College-bound senior center fielder.
Walked her first time up, wide open stance, and then moves both feet towards the ball. Oh, that time oh my gosh. Okay, we know she has a singles swing where she slashes towards the ball, moving both feet. That time, Paige planted her back foot, and she tried to crank that. Fouled off.
Okay, I have an umpire question for you as someone that used to ump.
Yeah. There's the slashing style, fouled to the left. Is it 0-2, Kevin?
It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yep.
Okay.
First pitch was a ball.
Yep.
The umpire has moved for left-handed batters behind the left-handed batter's box, for right-handed hitters behind the right-handed batter's box.
Yeah.
When you umpired, is that something you did?
No.
You just stayed in the same spot?
Yeah, pretty much. And if the catcher moves, sometimes you would have to adjust. That's low as it bounces before the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Paige Berdos, the center fielder.
Perry tried to change up on that one.
Everyone has their own style. As long as the umpire is comfortable, whatever works for them. Oh my gosh, there's a shot, and the right fielder came in on it at first. Brenna Morse, it goes over her head because of that slashing style.
Home.
She's gonna run home. There's a throw from second wide. And are we ruling that's an infield inside the park home run?
Yeah. She broke in, but it went over her head. She tried to come, that was not an error at the plate.
No.
So that's the first run of the day.
An inside the park home run on a ball that was a line shot, slashed right at Brenna Morris. Those are the toughest balls to read.
The ones hit right at you. Yep. And the wind is blowing a bit, and the outfielders are going to have to not be as aggressive coming in. I hate to say that because if they do that, you're going to see balls drop in front of them for a single, and everyone's going to wonder why they didn't go for it. But I'd rather see all the outfielders let it go for a single than go over their head for a home run. A slash attempt by Ava Lanza. She took it high, ball one, up and away. 1-0 to Ava Lanza, who bunted for a single her first time up.
Bunts it down the third base line. Goldrick lets it go foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Letting it go wisely as with the left-handed bunter. She was clear, obviously no one on base. She's punting for a hit, and she had the step going right down the first base line, a la Jerry Remy style, kind of drag bunt.
Gosh, I have a story about playing right field in a second. She swings at that while moving both feet, and then might have tweaked her right front ankle. It is 1 ball, 2 strikes. I remember freshman or sophomore year out in right field. A line drive like that was hit at me, and my coach saying, geez, Healy, I thought you had that until I heard you yell, oh, crap. Oh, crap. Which is why they tell you never to have your first step in on a ball hit right at you. Again, the slash. Oh, right through the legs. Yes.
Through the 5-hole. Oh, the third base coach.
Yes, Kate Fallon Como, who was a star at Mansfield and Curry College as a catcher and pitcher, graduated from Curry in 2005. Never got fond of the color purple, she told me.
Used to her catcher's equipment. That's probably why she didn't catch that one. She needed her shin guards.
That was high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ava Lanza from the pitcher Lindsay Perry. She was at Franklin High School, and this is her, second year, first season at Mansfield. Slash strike 3 on that, and boy, again, that's 1 out, 1 run in, 1-0 KP. You would think with 2 strikes you might want to set that back foot, but what do I know?
It's a different mentality in softball.
Cullen is up, another left-handed batter, fielded nicely by Megan Gordon. So that's 3 unassisted if you're scoring at home. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 KP. Charlotte Raymond comes up. Sarah Cullen, who just slashed that ball to Gordon, was hitting .607 on the season with 2 homers and 13 RBIs. Nothing compared to Charlotte Raymond, .714 on the season, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. Right-handed batter hits it back to the pitcher Perry. Perry fires to Gordon. So an inning that starts with a solo home run. Got to get 3 straight outs. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left on base for KP after 2.5, 1-0 Warriors. We'll be back on AACS 15 Sports.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to the campus of Attleboro High School. Heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 KP on the solo inside the park home run by Paige Burdos. No wonder Endicott College wants her to play for them in the fall. Attleboro will send up the number 9 batter, Gabby Bosch, and then the top of the order, Haley Perry, followed by Lindsay.
Important for Attleboro as they turn the order over to keep the pressure on pitcher Sheehan. See if they can tie this game up this inning. Important for the outfielders too, like we were talking, and I'm probably hopping on this a little bit too much, but on a turf field, the ball will just roll. And it's, baseball might be with a bigger field, that might be a double or a triple. On the smaller field, 60-foot bases, you're looking at everything being a potential home run and easy stand-up triple once it gets past the outfielders.
And right-handed batter is Gabby.
hitting a little bit over 300 this year.
Fouled off the mask of the catcher, Cullen, but again, she's Irish. You can't hurt her that way. 0-1.
That's what's so good and consistent about us Irish people.
Yes, exactly. I'm Paul Healy, along with Kevin Callahan, Peter Bray running our graphics, Dave Angel part of the crew, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. If you hit Jim in the head, it will hurt. He's got a normal skull.
He's normal?
Yeah. High, good eye, 1 ball, 1 strike to Haley Perry. Struck out swinging in the first.
Sheehan had a stronger second inning as far as pitch counts. She had 25 pitches in the first, just 13 in the second inning.
Oh, nice breaky ball on the outside edge, 1-2.
I fooled Bosch a little bit on that. As
That
it went
fooled
low
me.
and in. Well, that's saying something. 1-2 to the 9-hitter Bosch, the senior. Going to UConn, I believe.
Called strike inside corner. And a little wry smile from Gabby, yeah, there was Gabby.
Yeah.
Kind of a wry smile at the umpire with the old, I was going to complain, but yeah, that was a strike. But now we go to the top of the order with Haley Perry. I was confusing things earlier. Usually Kevin kicks me when I make that mistake.
I'm afraid I'll knock the cord out.
All right. Breaking ball high, ball 1 to Haley Perry. She's the one who struck out her first time up because that was Gabby Bosch's first at-bat a moment ago.
Yes, it was.
Yes. I'm deep, I'm perceptive, I see things.
Feel free to ask. You know, I got everything here in front of me.
Ball just missing on the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think it's 2-0.
Oh, you're right. It is 2-0, yes. Sorry, Peter Bray on graphics.
It's close to being a strike. It was a good pitch.
Popped foul, but it stays in play. Paschke, the third baseman, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down, nobody on base. 1-0 KP, bottom of the third.
Emma Sheehan, the junior for KP, looks to be getting a little bit stronger as the game goes on. Struggled a little bit in the first inning as Attleboro threatened with runners on first and second, getting thrown out at the plate on a hit by Lauren Eby.
Yes. Attleboro with only 2 hits, both of those in the first inning. First pitch to Lindsay Perry is high, ball 1. Lindsay had a base hit to left, and as Kevin mentioned, thrown out trying to score on a not a good, not a very good, a perfect throw by the KP right fielder, Raymond. Fouled the third one off the mask of Cullen, and again she doesn't blink.
And since that hit by Eby, Sheehan has retired 5 in a row.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike to the pitcher, Lindsay Perry, 1 for 1 on the day with a single to left. More up the middle.
Yeah. Called strike, took something off that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, Sheehan has, she's just in rhythm now.
Takes a lot of pitchers that first inning. I don't know if it's a different mound, a different fields, the way you warm up, but it always seems to take pitchers that first inning to get into a groove.
And just as we say that, we cursed her. It's high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The only thing I'm not satisfied, we see the catcher Cullen looking to the bench, getting some kind of signal from the bench, then checking out her wristband. So the coach is calling the pitches, not the catcher, which when I'm benevolent czar will be illegal, but everyone does it nowadays.
You're fighting a losing battle on this one.
I am fighting. And there's another catch off the backstop, as Kevin pointed out. In arena football, that'd be
an out. Yeah.
But
it's like a personal challenge.
Yes.
Like, I'm catching every ball off the fence.
It remains 2-0. Cullen, the
2-2.
catcher. 2-2, yes, which I did have in my box. That time I just spoke wrong. But Cullen, as a catcher, is having way too much fun there. Breaking ball, that's foul down to the right side. Count remains 2-2. But no, I know that we see it in baseball and softball all the time now with coaches calling pitches, but to me you've got the mind of someone who's played high school baseball, college baseball, coach for years, and you're matching your baseball or softball mind against a 16, 17-year-old kid. 1, I don't think it's fair. 2, games are invented for players to make decisions, not coaches. Foul ball past Mark Homer at third base because he's lost a step. Count remains 2-2.
Well, and you know, I've talked to some pitchers at the collegiate level and the high school level, and they actually prefer the catcher call the pitch.
Damn right.
And not the coach. And the catchers have a feel, and we've talked about this before. Sometimes, hold on.
Foul back. Ooh, I almost hit a GoPro camera. Hope that's okay.
And sometimes
Peter Bray, how's the picture? Still okay. All right.
Sometimes the pitch isn't working. You know, sometimes the fastball, believe it or not, isn't working. You have to go to a curve, or the changeup isn't working, and the pitcher, the coach will call it because the situation calls for it, but the pitch isn't working.
Breaking ball doesn't reach the plate. That one goes to full count, 3-2. But the point, you know, I just think, again, games are invented for players, not coaches, and I want high school players making the mental decisions against other high school players, not coaches. But as you said earlier, Kevin, that battle's long lost, and now some coaches feel if they don't do it, they're putting their team at a disadvantage. Fastball stays low in the zone. Great at bat for Lindsey Perry to draw the walk with 2 outs. So 2 outs, runner on first. Attleboro down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third.
A 10-pitch at bat for Lindsey Perry. Second only to Lauren Hebe's 11-pitch at bat earlier. So a tremendous at bat. 2 outs for Riley Camacho, who worked a walk herself. Traditional 6-pitch walk.
Yes, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Sheehan.
Smoked.
Lashes that into the hole between first and second. First pitch swinging, which means I didn't see it. Kevin, what happened?
Fastball, Camacho just hit it right between the hole between first and second. Hit it hard. No chance for Perry to advance to third. Now you got the 4-hitter, cleanup hitter, Laura Whiten up, who has home run power. If she can get one into the outfield, look for Perry to take a chance again and try to score on a base hit.
And that's 2 out of the 3 Attleboro hits. The Attleboro batter is, darn it, just hit the ball too hard, not allowing a runner to advance. Coach Homer's going to work with the girls on that. That ball is low. Cullen is stuck between her legs, and advancing are both runners. I think, is that low enough where we call it a wild pitch?
Sure. We'll go wild pitch on that one.
So
it's in the dirt, so. 2
runners in scoring position now. Perry at Lindsey Perry at third, Camacho at second.
What I liked about that, what Perry did, and then, you know, Camacho can't run until Perry runs. So I'll give all the credit to Perry on this. What Perry did, she took off the second the ball was in the dirt. So even if the catcher, Cullen, had found it right away, there was no chance she was going to get Perry at third base on that.
So 1-0 to the cleanup hitter, Whiten, one of the captains. And
I'll tell you, one of the things that's different about the turf field versus the dirt field, we talked about a lot of different things. We teach the kids when the ball's in the dirt to run right away, because it's tough to scoop the ball up out of the dirt, find it, get a grip, and throw. On the turf field, with the same mentality, it takes a true hop. A lot of times, it's not as easy just to run. They can get a grip right away and throw the person out. You almost have to coach it differently for the turf field versus the dirt field.
Of course, getting a grip is a concept I'm unfamiliar with. I'm very rarely able to get a grip.
We're working with you.
Mentally or physically in my life. I got 1-0 to Laura Whiten.
That's what I have too.
Fastball up the middle, base hit past the diving third baseman. Here comes a play to the plate, another gate throw, trying to avoid the tag. Camacho is out, but Lindsey Perry scores. This game is tied at 1. An RBI single to left field for Laura Wharton. Again, Kevin, I agree with the aggressive base running by Coach Homer. Took a great throw to get him. KP had a great throw.
That's why you got to give credit to the third baseman, Madison Paschke. She knocked it down, which if the ball had just gone through, they would have held Camacho at third, because the left fielder would have had it. Because she knocked it down, they sent Camacho home. The left fielder for King Philip, Meg Sherwood, comes charging in, makes a fantastic throw to the catcher, Cullen. Bang, bang again. 2 runners thrown out the plate.
For the Bombardiers, 1 run scored, 2 hits, nobody left on base. We're tied at 1 after 3 innings on AACS 15 Sports.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports, WARA Radio. Kevin, you're right. Attleboro, the base hit there by Whiten, that does count as a runner left on base. So for the Bombardiers, if you're scoring at home.
And why wouldn't you be?
1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on base, 1 earned run for KP. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base, and their run is also earned. This brings up Meg Sherwood, the junior left fielder who lined out to second base her first time up. My head was down.
Ball high.
Thank you very
To
much.
the 5-hitter Sherwood. Lindsey Perry will be facing the 5-6-7 for King Philip. And I'm happy because they're right-handed batters.
Yes.
Swinging strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a ball just a little bit in, just a little low. Swinging strike. 1-1 to Meg Sherwood.
Here we go, the field mic. That sounds better. More of the game, less of me. Breaking ball, staying right on it is Sherwood. She clubs it way over the center fielder Camacho's head, but shows good speed and gathers it in on 1 bounce. There must have been backspin on that ball as that ball landed and bounced straight up.
I think it was hit so high that Camacho could not catch it in the air, but once it dropped, it bounced, so she actually could turn it, almost field it like it was a fly ball, and came up throwing the second to hold her to a double.
So 4 hits now for KP. Mia Bennett looks at ball 1.
Strike 1.
Strike. Throw down to first.
Second.
Second base there. In time, getting back was Meg Sherwood. So it's.
I thought I heard the umpire call that a strike.
0-1 to Mia Bennett, filling in at shortstop for the injured Libby Walsh. There's a shot to Attleboro shortstop Haley Perry, fires a bullet across the diamond, and Meg Gordon to record the out. On the out, moving to third is Meg Sherwood.
She threw a fastball across the diamond there.
I'm telling you, the athletic ability of these women, I just think the 60 feet base path, the field's too small for them at the high school level, definitely at the college level.
I'd like to see it go to 70 feet. The more we've talked about it, you see that like a pony field in baseball. It makes a difference.
Breaking ball misses inside to Maddie Paschke, the freshman third baseman, hitting .500 with 2 homers and 10 ribbies on the year.
And a sacrifice bunt back in the second inning.
Oh, that's right. Didn't circle my sacrifice. Change up, slashed into left center field for an RBI. That splits the outfielders. Bosch finally tracks it down. Heading to third base for a triple is Paschke. So KP with a 2-1 lead after an RBI triple to left center by Maddie Paschke. Did we mention she's a freshman?
Yeah, that was a well struck just over the shortstop Perry's head. If she was a little bit taller, would have been able to jump. If she was a center in basketball, may have had it, but it was hit so hard. Like you said, split the left fielder and center fielder. Nothing Attleboro could do on that except try to contain it as quickly as possible and prevent an inside the park home run. So now we got a mound visit here. So it's 2-1 here, top of the 4th.
Yep.
Both pitchers are doing well. Both teams playing well.
And Coach Homer calls timeout, has a conference with his pitcher, Lindsey Perry, and the entire infield comes in. The outfielders not wanting to stand alone. They're having their own group meeting in the outfield.
Well, they got to figure things out.
Did he call you yet?
Candlesticks are always a nice idea.
Pardon me? Candlesticks always make a nice present.
Okay, let's get to.
We got a lot of stuff going on out here, Coach.
Umpire giving Coach Homer all the time he wants.
Yes, and Coach Homer has talked to the young ladies long enough there, or I'm sure it reached the point where they stopped listening.
Exactly.
All right, 1 out. Runner on third, 2-1 lead for KP.
I'm sure Coach Homer's putting that bunt defense in. You got the 8-9 hitters coming up. Anna Bradley lined out. A great play by first baseman Gordon back in the second inning. Look for the bunt and field in. She's bunting.
Squaring, fouls it back on the bunt. Count is 0-1. This is Anna Bradley, the senior first baseman, but you already said that, didn't you?
Well, no, it says she lined out to the first baseman
thank
Gordon on that great play. So on that bunt attempt, you had first baseman and third baseman charging, second baseman covering first. 0-1. No bunt.
Breaking ball. Ahead of that, fouled down the left field line. Fielding that is Goldrick sharing a laugh with the KP coach there.
Still a game, gonna have some fun wherever you can find it.
No, I was talking to Coach Kate Fallon Como. Fouled off to the right, hit hard. 0-2 to Anna Bradley, and she's one of those people who can be intense about a game, but also have fun at the same time.
That's a great combination when you can do that.
Yes.
0-2. The corner infield is a step back a little bit, not expecting a bump, but still have to play in to get the runner out the plate.
Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Perry.
Oh.
Looks the runner back, throws to first just in time. What great defense by Lindsey Perry, the pitcher. Wow.
what she did there so well, I thought she had her maybe in a rundown. She did a pump fake.
Yes.
And completely sold Paschke on it,
Yep.
as well as me and you and everybody else that played, and got the out at first. So 2 outs, runner at third for Jordan Bennett.
Freshman playing second base, hits that to center field. Camacho's there, and Attleboro gets out of it, allowing just the 1 run. So for KP, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. After 3.5 innings, it's the King Philip Warriors 2, the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers 1 on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy, along with Kevin Callahan, Dave Angel, part of the crew, Peter Bray running our graphics. And here's the test to see if we've got it right. Jim Jones is our engineer in charge. I've got KP with 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 runners left on base. I've got Attleboro with 1 run, 4 hits, 2 runners left on base. All right, the numbers add up.
I thought I had 4 left on base for KP, but I could be wrong. Yeah, strike looking to Lauren Eby, who got a base hit back in the first inning. The base hit to right field. 0-1 to Eby, the sophomore, enjoying her first varsity experience, hitting the ball well this year.
Whoops. Change up, just misses on the inside. Breaks in towards the righties.
Kind of like a old-fashioned screwball. Didn't the screwball break in from baseball? You don't see that pitch too often anymore.
Going to show Kevin my brand new pencil to see if he notices anything about it in a second. Fastball, a little bit late on the swing is Eby. It's 1-2. What do you notice about my brand new pencil?
It's got an eraser.
Yes, I had to trade in my old pencil. There was still plenty of pencil left, but the eraser has gone. Losing a step in my old age, folks.
2 steps.
All right, all right. Step and a half. Breaking ball is high. It's 2-2. I was always 5'10 3/4. My license said 5'11, so that one I went with. I had to my physical last week. 5'9. I asked him to re-measure me.
5'7"?
5'9. All right. Fastball hit towards the hole. Nice play by the shortstop. Long throw gets him by a step as the long throw by Mia Bennett. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 KP.
Yeah, really nice play by Bennett. They, teach the kids to play it on the backhand. She played it on the backhand, gave it up firing to first base to get Eby 6-3.
Kayla Goldrick, the freshman third baseman, struck out looking at a full count in the 2nd. Squares to bunt. Nice bunt in front, fielded by the pitcher. Throws down just in time. Boy, both pitchers, Sheehan for KP and Perry for Attleboro, Lindsey Perry. They're pitching well and they're fielding their position well, Kevin.
Yeah, you grow up, you have to field these bunts. It's such a big part of the game, so much more so than baseball, that you have to expect it on any pitch, any time in the game. And the pitchers have learned. Go field your position, come up firing, and trust that the right fielder's there for backup.
Yes. Oh, beautiful pitch. Strike 1, late break to Megan Gordon, who flew out to right her first time up. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 4th. 2-1 KP over Attleboro.
A well-played game thus far.
Ooh, foul, and that hit the umpire's mask. It pops it off. He's okay, though. In baseball, here's where the catcher goes out and has a conversation with the pitcher just to give the ump a little time to straighten things out.
Well,
0-2.
Coach Omer did call Gordon down, so he had a little private conversation with her, gave the umpire a few extra seconds.
Exactly.
0-2 to Gordon, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th.
High on a heater. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We speculated at the beginning of the game that it might be a lower scoring game, as both teams are averaging King Philip 12.8 and Attleboro 8 runs a game. We both thought it wouldn't be that high scoring. Thus far, it's showing to be not that way.
Meg Gordon with that classic square stance slashes the ball up the middle, base hit to center field. 5th hit for the Bombardiers. 1 on, 2 out, bottom of the 4th.
And this just in, Megan Gordon leads the league in throwing the bats the furthest away from the batter's boxes. That one almost went into the KP dugout.
Wow. So that's the 5th hit for the Bombardiers. And this brings up Brenna Moore, senior captain right fielder. She was out on an odd play in the bottom of the 2nd. Oh, lashes that just foul as she's standing way up in the box. And in the bottom of the 2nd inning, she had a bouncer off home plate and then ran into the ball when she was out of the batter's box for an out. I guess you could call it batter's interference.
We saw a similar play in the Taunton game where they did not call Camacho out, and she ended up beating the ball out.
That's
and
right.
Safe at first.
Fastball right over my head, and yes, I flinched. Sorry. 0-2.
Well, the camera's not on that. That's
I don't-
embarrassing to flinch in that situation. Dennis Drinkwater would not be pleased.
Plus, we're Irish, like it would hurt anyway.
Exactly.
0-2 to Brenna Morse. Just missing. Throw down. Ooh! Gordon was stumbling. She kind of dove back, and instead of sliding on the turf, her whole body kind of stuck like Velcro.
And the ball hit her just as she got to the base, so that was strange. And then she couldn't pop up and run, and the ball really didn't get too far away.
Yeah.
And that was a real good pitch on that one, too.
I know it. 1-2. That was the first ball thrown to Morse in her 2 at-bats. There's a fastball up the middle, fielded by the pitcher Sheehan, over to the first baseman Bradley. 1-3 if you're scoring at home. So for the Bombardiers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base after 4 complete. The King Philip Warriors 2, the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers 1 on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here for your home or business needs this summer. They're a family-run business that always welcomes new customers. They offer air conditioning, generator, and home appliance installation with 24-hour emergency service. For more details, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or on the web at whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
You're listening to WARA, 1320 AM, Attleboro.
I just threw in Carol's frying pan sound, hitting me over the head just to see if we snuck that in. Back to our TV audience. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Top of the order for King Philip with a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 5th. Paige Burdos, senior center fielder. Low and outside, looks at ball 1. She walked in the 1st inning, was stranded at 2nd, and then in the 2nd inning, hit a line shot to right field that was never more than 10 to 12 feet off the ground, over the right fielder's head for an inside the park home run.
And they just backed up the right fielder.
Takes 2 steps forward on the slash, swing and a miss, 1-1.
Brenna Morris playing a little bit deeper now.
Again, that batting style for these lefties with both feet in motion, I can't even relate to the coordination it takes. Bunts it, pops it up. The catch made by the charging Lindsey Perry is the outstanding defensive performance by both pitchers. Sheen and Perry continues.
Yeah, Perry comes into this 5th inning with just 54 pitches thrown through 4 innings. Sheehan 72 through 4. There is no pitch count. I just bring it up just to kind of label things.
Lanza slashes it off of the netting above the Attleboro bench. The third base coach over there, the coach for KP, ribbing Coach Homer a little bit.
Yeah. I think I should coach softball more. The coaches seem to talk. I like to talk a lot.
Yes,
I should coach softball more.
Coach Kate Fallon Como. Low and outside. We got 1 and 2, Kevin?
1 and 1.
1 and 1. All right.
Ava Lanza was 1 for 2 in the day. She has a bunt single in the 1st and struck out swinging in the 3rd. 1 away here, top of the 5th. 2-1, King Philip.
Lofted, drops into short left field. Over the third baseman, Goldrick. Haley Perry, the shortstop, couldn't quite get there, and 3 players getting involved. Gabby Bosch fields the ball, base hit.
Call that one the, well, you never want your name to be a verb, but that's a Timmy Callahan special.
Oh, really?
Oh, my gosh. He figured out a way to dunk it over the third baseman's head. Never a well-hit ball, but the average always went up.
Cullen is up, flied out to left, and was robbed by Megan Gordon on a line drive towards first. So there is 1 out, runner on first, 2-1 KP lead here in the top of the 5th. What was the first pitch?
Ball.
Ball 1.
Close pitch. Yep. To the lefty hitting Cullen, 0 for 2.
Foul to left field. 1-1. The lovely Carol McLaughlin of the Quincy McLaughlin's text in. I just laughed. The frying pan sound. When I transgress.
Does that give her ideas?
Sarah Cullen, 607 on the season, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. Also is the catcher. Other than that, hasn't done a darn thing this year. Pops it straight up. Second baseman is there. Marr makes the catch. 2 outs. And just one other comment about Cullen, the sophomore catcher. It's a joy to see someone, that expression on her face, the way she hustles, to be that intense and also have fun playing this game.
Yes. Well, that's the key. You just said it there. It's a game.
Yeah. Someone's doing something right. And see the great throw down to first base, diving back in plenty of time is Lanza. It's 1-0 to Charlotte Raymond. Kevin, I can't believe the numbers when I read them, so let the listeners know, what's she doing this year?
Only coming into the game at 7-14 with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs.
Ground ball to Goldrick at third, fires across the diamond in time. I don't want to curse this game. This is a really, really well-played game. After 4.5 innings.
Yeah.
2-1 KP.
2-1, and Lindsey Perry's done a fantastic job of shutting down sophomore Charlotte Raymond, who's now 0 for 3 on the day.
We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman's 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports as the catcher Cullen throws the ball down. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, I hate to say this, but Kevin was right. King Philip has 2 runs on 6 hits, no Attleboro errors, 5 runners left on base for KP. For the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers, as they head into the bottom of the 5th, they've got 1 run on 5 hits, no KP errors, 3 runners left on base for the Bombardiers. All runs in this game have been earned, all 3 of them. And it's not Meg Sherwood. We got to flip my scoreboard over. Gabby Bosch comes up, struck out looking her first time up, and I can turn your microphone up.
It was off this whole time. I was brilliant with what I just said.
To Pete Gobus.
Pete Gobus.
You mentioned your son Tim Callahan. He plays for Wheaton College, which just qualified for the Division III College Baseball World Series. That's the good news. The bad news is it's in Allah-forsaken Iowa. 2-0 to Gabby Bosch. Yep.
You know what? They're in the final 8, and they're playing at Single A minor league park, and the family's going. It's going to be a great time to go support. First college baseball game I will have gone to this year.
Foul ball is back. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gabby Bosch.
After 30 games being played this year, not being allowed to go to any of them.
Wow.
This will be the first between 2 boys. This will be the first one I've been able to see in over 16 months. So.
Do you think the Mariners can survive a drive all the way out to Iowa? That ball is high, 3-1 to Gabby Bosch.
It's right on the cusp. We did a trip to Myrtle Beach, and it's about the same amount of time. And we were, about 3 minutes away.
Okay. Better sightseeing going to Myrtle Beach than Iowa, unless you like flat land and cornfields.
Who doesn't?
Missing low. Great eye by Gabby Bosch. So she has struck out and she has walked today. That is the third walk issued by Ms. Sheehan, the pitcher for KP. So Attleboro down a run as the leadoff runner on with the top of the order coming up.
It's the first time Attleboro's had their leadoff runner on this game. They've had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. So Attleboro's put the pressure on KP and has had opportunities.
Yep. Haley Perry looks at ball 1 high. Haley struck out swinging and fouled out to the third baseman and played well at shortstop.
So you got some speed on first base. You got the top of the order coming up in with both Perrys. Both of them hitting over 400 with some combined 3 home runs. Look at the
Squaring
bunt.
to bunt, high bunt, but a good bunt to the pitcher, Sheehan. And wow, nice, throwing down to second, diving back just in time is Gabby Bosch, and out by a half a step. All right, 3/4 at first base is Haley Perry. As outstanding fielding by Sheehan, she fires to, was that the first baseman or second baseman covering?
I put it as the second baseman.
Okay.
What I like both teams are doing, I like the aggressiveness. Immediately when they get the out, they are looking to throw the ball somewhere. They are looking to make a play, and all runners have to be on high alert.
That's a sacrifice. That's ball 1 to Riley Camacho, the freshman.
Nope, Lindsey Perry.
Oh, Lindsey Perry, second batter. Here we go.
The pitcher, she is 1 for 1 on the day. She has singled to left center, got thrown out the plate, and has walked and scored.
So sacrifice 1 to 4.
1-0.
Fouls that off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Attleboro's best chance since the 3rd inning when they played it a run. Attleboro has had 2 runners thrown out at the plate in this 2-1 game. Those runs looming large as we get into the late stages of the game. 3-2. 2-1.
Foul just over the reach. Oh, I could have made that catch, but I couldn't get out of my seat in time.
And for that, I'm thankful, because
Yes,
who
'cause
knows what would have happened to my ears on that one.
Last time I got out of the seat, I ripped off the headphones with my leg. 1-2 to Lindsey Perry.
Riley Camacho stands on deck.
Scored Attleboro's only run in the bottom of the 3rd. Came home with a Wooten single to left. Sheehan winds. That's high in the zone. 2-2.
Real good take there by Perry, knowing the strike zone, attempted to go for the high, laid off of it. Now it's 2-2. Great pitch by Sheehan, too.
2 runs, 6 hits, 5 left on base for KP. 1 run, 5 hits, 3 left on base for the Bombardiers. No errors committed in this game. Popped up. The catcher, Cullen, makes the catch on the foul out to the catcher. Lot of spin on that ball, which means there was oodles of spin on that pitch. 2 outs.
Yeah, the catcher, Cullen, didn't have a chance to put her back to the infield to catch the ball coming into it. She kind of had to go at it and catch it quick.
Riley Camacho, freshman center fielder, younger sister of Attleboro's varsity boys baseball catcher. Fastball just misses inside.
The opportunity here with Perry with Bosch on second, taking a very aggressive lead with 2 outs, will be off on contact. Look for Homer to be aggressive on a base hit to try and score Bosch from second base.
Riley walked, swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike, walked in the 1st. Base hit into right field in 2nd, and again thrown out on the RBI single to left field by Laura Watton, thrown out at the plate by Sherwood.
Camacho a little over anxious on that one, going for the high heat.
Yep. Like Kit in League of Our Own, she likes the high ones. 2-1.
Ball just low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, bottom of the 5th, and like you've mentioned several times, it's such a well-played game.
Yeah.
Beautiful June day.
High, and Camacho lays off. I mentioned Attleboro had a great overtime victory against Mansfield in boys lacrosse on Friday. I made the comment at one point during that game, this is why sports were invented. Well, this game's an explanation of why the sport of softball was invented. Yep. Ground ball, shortstop moving to her left. Bennett fires across the diamond in time. And the excellent fielding continues. So for the Bombardiers, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base after 5 complete. The Warriors 2, the Bombardiers 1 on AACS 15 Sports.
L&J Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Top of the sixth. Want to thank all of our underwriters. Fisherman's 3 Restaurant on 123 in Norton, right across the street from LJ's Car Wash. Bristol Glass on North Main Street in Attleboro. W.H. Riley and Son from North Attleboro. We'll forgive them for that because they've been around since 1873. Claudino's Auto Body in Attleboro, and the Betting Center also on Pleasant Street near Chubb's Blue Pig Barbecue. Did you straighten Peter Gobus out?
Yeah, yes I did.
Whoops. First batter grounds it to the shortstop. Haley Perry fires a bullet across the diamond to retire Meg Sherwood. Meg had popped out to second and had a double to center field in earlier at-bats. 1 up, 1 down, top of the 6th for KP. They lead 2-1.
You hate to see the 1 pitch, 1 out, don't you?
Called strike on a breaking ball by Lindsay Perry. Boy, she changed speeds well, huh,
Yeah,
Kevin?
she does very well. She's showing a mix of everything. Only 2 strikeouts, but only 1 walk, and the defense behind her has been solid.
Yep.
Common misconception is you have to be this big power strikeout pitcher to be effective. You do not. You just have to mix your speeds and hit your spots and rely and trust your defense. 1-1.
Mia Bennett is up, the junior shortstop, filling in at shortstop. Whoops. Line drive fielded on 1 hop by Marr at second. Flips it over to Gordon. 4-3 for scoring at home. So 2 outs on 3 pitches. And again, Bennett had a base hit to left field and a ground out to shortstop. This brings up Maddie Paschke, the freshman third baseman, hitting .500 with 2 homers, 10 RBIs, now 11 RBIs, as she has a sacrifice bunt and an RBI triple to left center.
So her average is slightly above 500.
Yes, first pitch.
Oh.
Ooh, that gets the, see, that's why I backed it.
Yeah.
That got the windshield of a car.
Yeah, of the color commentator, I believe, for WARA.
Oh, you.
15 Sports. Yep.
What are you doing driving your own car? Take your wife's car when you got to park that close.
Oops. Yeah. Chris, if you're listening, if you wouldn't mind calling the insurance company.
Foul ball by 3/8 of an inch down the right field line as Paschke, the right-hander, slashed that ball down the right field line. Any glass from Kevin's windshield in there? 0-2 is the count.
Yeah, it's mine.
Did it really break?
Yeah, it really did.
Oh, wow. The color commentator, Kevin Callahan's windshield broke. 0-2 to Maddie Paschke. 2 outs, nobody on. Breaking ball, great at bat as she waits on the breaking ball and slashes it up the middle for the 7th base hit of the game for King Phillip. That's a freshman. Boy, was that an impressive at bat. Kevin couldn't care less. She broke his windshield.
Oh, boy. Yeah, base hit up the middle. No, well, just past the outstretched Lindsay Perry.
This brings up Anna Bradley, the senior first baseman. 1 hopper to the second baseman, Marr. She fires it over to Gordon. No harm, no foul, unless you're Kevin Callahan and had your windshield broken by a Maddie Paschke foul ball. You calling national glass?
I'll call him a local guy. I'm actually asking my wife to call a local guy.
Okay. So after 5.5 innings, 2-1 KP on 1320 WARA Radio and AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy, bright-eyed, cheery, and bushy-tailed, along with Kevin Callahan, who's bummed out and depressed as his windshield was just broken. Peter Bray running our graphics, Dave Angel part of the crew, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge, who somewhere is snickering.
If my sister is listening, I don't know if Ryan, your son, can borrow my truck tomorrow to move the bedroom stuff, as I'll be getting my windshield fixed tomorrow morning.
What? Because you got to drive to Iowa for your son's
Oh
college
yeah, but
Division
we're using the car, so my sister's borrowing my truck.
Okay.
Maybe not now.
Laura Woyton is up. She's popped out to second, has a base hit to left field.
And an RBI.
Yep. Low went outside. Nice stop by the catcher, Cullen. Doesn't matter because no one's on base, but it's good to see the hustle. 1-0.
Now it's pitch number 90 for Emma Sheehan on the day.
Boy, looking all around, everyone's smiling about your broken windshield, except you, Kevin.
Hey, it
Swing
happens.
and a miss at a ball high and out of the strike zone.
Yeah, it's so effective. You're only pitching from 43 feet away.
Oh, 43 feet, 36, 37 tops by the time the ball leaves your hand.
Yep.
High check swing, slow roller to second base, fielded by Jordan Bennett. The freshman flips it to Bradley. 1 up, 1 down, 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. 2-1, King Philip Warriors.
And again, coming into this game, King Philip averaging 12.8 runs a game. Attleboro averaging 8 runs a game. Both pitchers doing an exceptional job. Both defenses doing an exceptional job in this well-played game.
Sophomore Lauren Eby has a base hit to right and is grounded out to shortstop on a nice play by Mia Bennett. Swings at a high fastball, 0-1.
Kind of jammed her up and in on that
Yeah.
one, and just a little bit late. Sophomore hitting well. You hear Coach Homer in the background asking her to hit it up the middle again. Never asked for a home run, just for a base hit up the middle.
He's not a greedy man. Ball high.
Lays off the high one that time.
Yes.
So you see the adjustments in the at-bat sometimes.
1 ball, 1 strike. And again, how good KP has looked defensively. And they're without their starting shortstop, Libby Walsh.
Who's done a fine job defensively.
Which I know, Mia Bennett, my God,
Yeah.
Mia Bennett, the way she looks at shortstop, how good is Libby Walsh? Ball hits the batter on 1 hop.
Yep, that's a hit
And
by pitch.
yes, it is.
That's
So
that
hit
ball.
by pitch. First of the game.
I remember learning that a while ago. I was always surprised that a bounce ball could still be considered a hit by pitch, but
Yeah.
it is. And it looks like we're going to get a runner for Lauren Eby. We're going to get number 2, Nina Campbell.
So probably pinch runner number 2, and I imagine with re-entry, we'll see.
Lauren Eby back.
Well,
again,
Eby's in that spot in the order as the
Right.
flex player. So Attleboro with the tying run on first base, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, and freshman Kayla Goldrick coming up, who struck out looking and grounded back to the pitcher. Hot. Ooh, strike on the up top part of the zone. 0-1.
There haven't been many that we've disagreed with
Yeah.
today, and that when we have, it's been usually low that
Yeah.
we thought that was the first I think we'd say we disagree with.
Squares to bunt, lays it down. Sheehan jumps on top of it, fires to first. And I know in softball, you're throwing that underhand motion, your momentum is going towards home anyway, but both Perry for Attleboro and Sheehan for the Warriors, how the heck are they getting those bunts so quickly?
Yeah, they just fly off. Well, like you said, when they deliver the pitch, probably
Yeah.
about 37 feet
Yeah.
from home plate, and the momentum is just bringing them that way. And that one almost looked like, I know it's officially a sacrifice, but it almost looked like she was going for a hit on that one.
Moving to second is the pinch runner for Attleboro, number 2, Nina Campbell. I missed the first pitch to Megan Gordon.
High fastball to Megan Gordon, 1 for 2 on the day with a single to center and a fly out to right.
1-0. So a sacrifice for Kayla Goldrick. Fouls that. Nice catch by one of the fans. 1 ball, 1 strike to Megan Gordon.
The junior, not a senior, the junior.
Oh, I'm
I believe
sorry.
I made that mistake before. No, I made that mistake
Oh,
last
okay.
game.
Yeah, 17 points a game for the basketball team this year. I think it was second in the Hockomock League.
That's incredible.
And you know who would love her is Red Auerbach or Tommy Heinsohn, because in basketball, by the way, fouled back 1 and 2 to Megan. Tall, thin forward. one of the fastest players on the court. So if you want your offense to run, that's a good place to start.
Yes.
I mean, the Perry twins, I mean, they can run as well, but Megan Gordon is sneaky fast.
And what you can do on that, and for basketball really quick, is put a big, fast full court press on it and even get some transition points.
Again, the third baseman, Paschke, guarding the line.
Preventing the doubles down the line.
Balls, 2 strikes, and again, I got to be more patient. It's the umpire's job to call the pitch, mine to call the game.
I love her pitch selection on 1 and 2. She's just missing, but and kudos to the Attleboro players for not giving in on it.
Swings and misses at a pitch high and out of the zone. Strike 3. Clutch comeback performance. So 3 outs. So after 6 complete for the Bombardiers, 1 run on 5 hits. For the Warriors, 2 runs on 7 hits. We'll be back with the 7th inning after this on AACS 15 Sports.
L&J Car Wash, 23 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., L&J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Peter Bray running our graphics. Dave Angel will edit this broadcast later. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. We've learned the dog to our right is Punkin the dog from Kayla Goldrick's family. And Kayla's going to be very disappointed because Kayla loves Punkin, always pays attention to Punkin the dog. Punkin has been ignoring the game, sniffing fans, looking around.
Laughing at the color commentator when his windshield gets busted.
Laughing at the color commentator when he almost broke his neck by inadvertently ripping off his headphones. For KP, Jordan Bennett is up. Breaking ball, called strike, beautiful off-speed pitch. Bennett has flown out to left field and center field.
Lindsey Perry has 73 pitches through 6 innings. She is dealing, unfortunately for her, down 2-1 right now.
Riser high in the zone, swing and fouled off the screen, above me 0-2.
Lindsey Perry's pitch count by inning is going 16, 13, 13, 12, 11, 8.
Wow.
How's that for consistency throughout the
efficiency too. Breaking ball, good eye by Jordan Bennett, the freshman, outside 1-2.
That's a close pitch.
Yeah. I think the ump was right, though.
Debatable.
Fouls that off to the right. No, that's away from your windshield, Kevin. Count remains 1-2.
I guess I can't re-break.
Mark LaFontaine goes running after the foul ball, snickering. High in the zone, taking it is Jordan Bennett. It's 2-2.
Good eye by Bennett on the high heat there. Perry tried to jam her up and in. 2-2 the count. Just 1 walk on the day.
Yep.
For Perry.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
To go along with her 3rd strikeout of the day.
Wow. So 1 out. So KP 2 runs on 7 hits. 6 runners left on base, both runs earned. Attleboro 1 run, 5 hits, 5 runners left on base. Their run is earned. Leadoff hitter, Berdos, rolls it back to Lindsey Perry. Fires it over to first. 1-3 for scoring at home. 2 outs.
Medeiros had been 1 for 2 on the day, coming into that with a walk and a home run to right field inside the park.
Yep. Slashing the ball is the number 3 batter, sophomore catcher Sarah Cullen. Foul to the left.
This is Ava Lanza.
This is Ava Lanza, the designated player. That's why she's wearing number 33 and not number 1.
She's 2 for 3. Yes. Wasn't in our program, so we don't know a whole lot about her. That's probably why you want to just skip over her.
She had a bunt single in the first, a struck out swing, and a base hit to left field in the 5th. Swings and misses at a pitch high in the zone, 0-2.
Perry's been so consistent this whole game, changing speeds, mixing response, pitching whale of the game.
Pops it over the shortstop into left field. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Lanza, 8th for KP. Wow. What bat control.
Good bat control there. Just was able to pop it over the shortstop Perry's head, just out of her reach in front of Gabby Bosch. Neither one of them with a real good chance on the ball, and that brings up Sarah Cullen.
So 2 outs, 1 on, 2-1 in favor of the King Philip Warriors. Now here comes Cullen, hitting .607, couple of home runs. To center, ground out to first base unassisted, and popped out to second. And I was looking at my scorebook, Kevin.
Ball low. White came up firing to the pitcher and sent a message to the runner, don't go anywhere, I'm throwing.
Wide open stance for Cullen. Ball high, it is 2-0. And again, Cullen, sophomore, athletic, but a tiny little thing for a catcher.
Yeah, but very active, very athletic. 2-0. Perry has not fallen behind too many batters today.
Fouls that off, a breaking pitch. Catching it off the screen is catcher Woynton for Attleboro. They're having way too much fun doing that, 2-1. And again, Cullen, the left-handed batter, the catcher, just plays with a certain joie de vivre, that je ne sais quoi.
Haven't been to French class in a while, but I'll agree with you.
There's a lot of life to her game. Fouls that one back. It's 2-2. Yes.
And Perry, after being down 2-0, fights back 2-2.
Yep. Coach Homer for Attleboro and Coach Fallon Como, we got to get a microphone down there for when these teams play next year.
They'll take our job.
Really. They can coach and call the game. Ooh, just missing a breaking ball inside. 3-2.
Other than the walk, this is the first 3-ball batter Perry has gone to today.
Wow.
Other than the walk. And Bosch looks like she has a beat on it.
Yep. Gabby makes the catch in left. So for the King Philip Warriors, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. And after 6.5 innings, King Philip clinging to a 2-1 lead. We'll be back for the exciting bottom of the 7th after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time to drive to the Cape? The Fisherman 3 Restaurant, located at 411 Old Colony Road in Norton, has shrimp, scrod, and lobster made to order. Their seafood arrives daily from the ocean to your table with other menu options available. They're normally open every day, but now have special COVID hours of Friday and Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. for takeout or sit down. They're also currently hiring. For more information or to order, you can call 508-222-8090.
We're going to talk more about Kevin's broken windshield, but Christine Callahan called in and said,
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. I think Dave Angel will edit that out for later broadcasts. I couldn't help myself. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin. Peter Bray running our graphics. Dave Angel will edit this broadcast later as part of the crew. And Jim Jones, our engineer in charge for the bottom of the 7th. In this really, really fun game to watch and call, the Bombardiers will send up Brenna Morse, Gabby Bosch, and then the top of the order with Haley Perry.
Yeah, and just to talk really quick with Lindsay Perry, what she's done in 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 89 pitches, never throwing more than 16 pitches in an inning.
Wow.
And Emma Sheehan, the junior who comes in with a 5-0, 1.24 ERA, has been equal to the task and leads going into the bottom of the 7th. Facing Brenna Morris, the 8-hitter.
Near my car, but misses. 0-1 to Brenna. And did the crowd and the benches just get louder, or is the field mic too high?
I think everyone got a little bit louder. 2-1, bottom of the 7th.
Turn that down a bit. High, good eye for Brenna, the senior right fielder, co-captain, 1-2. Excuse me, 1-1.
1-1, yep. Attleboro seeing an opportunity. They have not beaten King Philip in softball in quite a few years. And they have an opportunity here. Brenna Morris, Gabby Bosch, and Haley Perry.
Called strike. Talking to Coach Homer before the game, he was pleased because he feels his team is definitely elevated. When he got the gig a few years ago, they were in the bottom of the Hockomock League. Up and inside. That is 3 balls and 1 strike to Brenna Morris, and he says the next step is to reach the level of your Tauntons and King Philips.
Right. They do have a good JV program so far, and they got some 8th graders that are coming through that'll be helping the program as well. That are committed. Well, look like they're going to be going to Attleboro.
Sheehan calls strike on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch, and Brenna knew it. Tips her hat and heads to the dugout. No shame in that. 1 out. King Philip 2, Attleboro 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Bombardiers down to their last 2 batters. You think Sheehan has ramped it up? She's only got 4 strikeouts in the game, but now 2 in a row. 5 strikeouts in the game and 2 in a row now.
Yeah, she's feeling it.
First pitch swinging is Bosch, grounds to the and Bennett fields it to Bradley. 2 outs. So we go to the top of the order. The Bombardiers down a run in the bottom of the 7th. Haley has struck out swinging, fouled out to the 3rd baseman, and hit a shot back. Oh, a sacrifice bunt to the pitcher.
Second baseman bobbled that ball, but it didn't get far enough away for Gabby to reach base. Haley Perry's got, has got a home run on the year. She's hitting over 400.
Wow.
She can find a gap. She can run.
Called strike on a breaking ball from Emma Sheehan, the junior for King Philip. Boy, these, softball, high school softball pitchers really ought to give a clinic to high school baseball pitchers on changing speeds. Called strike again, and that fooled Haley. I think she was expecting the heater.
If this was baseball, Emma Sheehan would not have been able to pitch to the last 2 batters.
Oh, because of the
pitch count.
The stupid pitch count.
She's
yeah, how about this?
She's at 110 right now.
High. Really, we need a pitch count because we don't trust the coaches.
Right.
If you don't trust the coaches to protect the kids' arms, what do you say? You fire the coach.
Exactly.
And keep the stinking pitch count out of the game. 1-2 to Haley Perry, the junior shortstop. Lofts that to left field. It's in foul territory. That's in play over there, but unable to reach it was Shorewood. Hey, the 1-2 remains to Haley Perry. Haley and Lindsay, I just recently learned the Perry, who plays midfield for the Attleboro lacrosse team, is one of their siblings.
Yep, that's a brother. Father Hank Perry, I believe, has coached all of them at some point in all the sports through the years.
It was the 1-2 pitch from Emma Sheehan.
Outside.
High hopper over Sheehan, fielded by Mia Bennett. Across the diamond, safe! Beating it out is Haley Perry, and the Bombardiers are still alive. Infield hit.
Great hustle down the line. She shot out of the box. Right-handed batter has a slight disadvantage over the left-handed batter.
Yes.
And every step was needed, and they're going to pinch run. You don't usually see a conference between the runner, the coach, and the batter.
Well, I think they might want to try to steal a base here. I mentioned earlier how fast Megan Gordon was. I want to retract the record. Haley Perry's faster. Wow.
She flew down that line. That was a tremendous play by the shortstop, Bennett. Yep. She did everything right. She fielded it, came out firing to first base, and Perry beat it by half a step. Good call by the umpire.
6th hit of the game for the Bombardiers, an infield hit. Attleboro was down 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th against the King Philip team. They have not beaten in softball since the year 1798. You can look that up, but please don't. You might not find it.
Lindsay Perry, 2 home runs on the year. Pitched a whale of a game. Already gave you her pitching stats on the day. Great opportunity for her.
Base hit to left, walked and scored the Attleboro run and fouled out to the catcher. Low in the zone. Nice stop, Cullen. 1-0.
Could have been just as soon as she makes contact, we're going to keep you running. Could be a play like that. Very aggressive. Yep. She wasn't stealing there. Obviously, not bunting with 2 outs. You want to see Lindsay hit the ball here.
Oh, short pop up, and again, that will end the game. Fouls out to the catcher, getting underneath the ball in her last 2 at-bats, and that is the 3rd out. No shame in this loss for the Bombardiers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. King Phillip holds on for the 2-1 lead. The Bombardiers have 1 run on 6 hits, 6 runners left on base. Their run was earned. King Phillip, 2 runs on 7 hits, 6 runners left on base, both runs earned. Not a single error in the ball game. Big round of applause for both squads.
Tremendous game, absolutely. 2 runners thrown out at the plate. Credit Meg Sherwood and Charlotte Raymond for throwing runners out at the plate back in the 1st and 3rd innings.
Wow.
Final score 2-1. Tremendous pitching, tremendous defense.
Yep.
Well played. We both agreed with the aggressive base running. It took great throws.
Yes.
It took the catcher holding on to the ball. It was just well played all the way through. King Phillip comes in 10-0. Attleboro 7-3. Attleboro put a scare into King Phillip today, that's for sure.
For player of the game, it could be King Phillip's Ava Lanza, who went 3 for 4, and it could be Maddie Paschke, the freshman 3rd baseman, who went 2 for 2 with the game-winning RBI, a triple to left center field. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on AACS 15 Sports. And for our WARA radio crowd, thank you for joining us as well. You can go ahead.
Great game again by Lindsey Perry for Attleboro.
Yep. All right, you know what? We got to get off the air because Dave can't do his job as long as we're sitting here.
Okay.
So for me, Paul Healy, and Kevin, gosh darn, I'm depressed. My windshield got broken by a foul ball Callahan. Peter Bray running our graphics, Dave Angel impatiently waiting to take the equipment apart, and our engineer in charge, Jim Jones. Thank you so much for joining us for one heck of a high school softball game on AACS 15 Sports. One final time, King Phillip 2, Attleboro 1. The Bombardiers are coming, Hockomock League. The Bombardiers are coming.
Funding for this station is provided by Fisherman's 3 Restaurant. Have a craving for fried or broiled seafood but don't have time